Before the fog claimed him, Ken Kaneki lived a life of quiet simplicity. A bookworm by heart, he studied Japanese literature at Kami University, spending most days with his childhood friend Hideyoshi Nagashika, known simply as Hide. His cheerfulness balanced Kaneki's quiet, introverted nature. Their favorite hangout was Anteiku, a cozy cafe in Tokyo's 20th ward. To Kaneki, it was a sanctuary, a place where he could read, relax, and forget how lonely he often felt. It was there he noticed her, Rise Kamishiro, graceful, beautiful, always alone, and always with a book. Kaneki was captivated, another student who shared his love for The Black Goat's Egg, a novel few even knew. But before he could build the courage to speak to her, she approached him. She asked him to join her for a book discussion, and somehow that became a date. Kaneki could hardly believe his luck. But fate had other plans. As he walked her home, Rise led him into a secluded alley. There, she revealed her true nature, not a gentle reader, but a powerful ghoul, infamous in the underworld as the binge eater. She lunged her kagune, a predatory appendage made of hardened, organic material, pierced him with ease. Kaneki's world turned red. Pain, blood, screams swallowed by the Tokyo night. Then, chaos. A freak construction accident crushed Rise beneath falling steel beams. She was killed instantly. Kaneki, barely clinging to life, was rushed to the hospital. With no time and no donors, the doctors made a decision that would change everything. They transplanted Rise's organs into Kaneki. The operation saved his life, but it cost him his humanity. He awoke to a new reality. His body rejected normal food. Even the smell made him sick. Hunger clawed at him. Hunger for flesh. Human flesh. His transformation into a half-ghoul had begun. After the surgery that made him half-ghoul, Kaneki collapsed in a dark alley, lost, starving, and terrified. He was found by Toka Kirishima, a student by day, a waitress at the cafe Anteiku by night, and a ghoul. Toka was stunned by what he had become. Half human, half ghoul, a hybrid born from tragedy. She took him to Anteiku. There, Kaneki learned the truth. Anteiku was a sanctuary for peaceful ghouls. Its manager, Yoshimura, offered guidance to those who wished to coexist with humanity. Kaneki's days of peace were over. Now he had to learn to live as something in between. The staff at Anteiku taught him how to survive. Yoshimura explained the need for secrecy, for restraint, and for control. He learned to fight, to feed without killing, to hide from the CCG, the Commission of Counter-Ghoul, a secret organization dedicated to exterminating ghouls. But control is fleeting. As the conflict between violent ghouls and the CCG escalated, Kaneki was captured by a sadistic ghoul known as Yamori, or Jason of the 13th Ward, a former prisoner of Coglea. Jason had been tortured by humans and now mirrored that pain onto others. Kaneki endured unspeakable pain, unimaginable torture. Jason broke his body, and with it, his mind. In his hallucinations, Kaneki spoke to Rise, her presence symbolic of the ghoul instincts he had tried to suppress. In his fractured mind, Rise whispered not comfort, but confrontation. She forced him to face the truth that he had spent his life being hurt and never once asked why. And something in him cracked. In a moment of rebirth, Kaneki accepted what he was. His hair turned white, his emotions went cold, and the timid boy who feared his own reflection vanished. He broke free, he fought back. Jason became the prey. Kaneki overwhelmed him, unflinching, unforgiving, and when the fight ended, Jason's flesh was gone, consumed. Kaneki had survived. No, he had evolved, dragged into madness as a broken boy, and now reborn, a ghoul cloaked in power and pain. As he left the shadows of Jason's lair behind, Kaneki pushed open the rusted doors, his pale fingers trembling, not from fear, but from clarity. He stepped into the night and for a moment believed it was over, but then he felt it. A chill brushing against his legs, tendrils of thick, black fog curling around his feet, coiling like whispers that had waited too long. He looked up. The city was gone. Only mist, only silence. And somewhere, far off in that darkness, the scent of flesh. Kaneki realized then, it wasn't freedom he had found, it marked the birth of a far more sinister fate, one without end. The cold tendrils of a presence not of this world, ancient and always watching. The fog reached out, welcoming him, not as a man, not as a monster, but as both. It offered him what the human world never could, a purpose carved from torment, a domain where power is survival and the strong are never prey. And so Kaneki stepped forward into the mist, not to escape his suffering, but to embrace it. In the world beyond the campfire, he remains, half human, half ghoul, an echo of two worlds, now bound to one far more cruel. This is the tale of Ken Kaneki, the one-eyed ghoul, the broken blade in the fog. And should you find him in the trial, remember, he does not hunger, he endures. Enter the portal, remain in the fog.